Big news. Had a consciousness shift through applying some of the tips I learned from one of our episodes from our talk series. I'm really living this stuff, right? I'm not just saying, hey, let's have some guy come on or lady come on, talk about something. And these are all these tips. It's so profound. How could I say that if I don't apply some of them, right? So I do. And I had Jessica Bensen come on talking about how to make reading more fun and effective because she had a crazy transformation from not wanting to be really in a public speaking eye to feeling like reading was a big challenge for her as well, actually, now that I think of it too. So she used that tool to actually enhance her. And she said, there's ways to make it more fun and interesting for you to help you overcome your challenges today. And just a little background on me. So then I went out, I found a book, right? That aligned with where I'm at today. And where I'm at today is I work for a company that delves deeply in environment, health, and safety. Our goal is to make organizations more safe and more sustainable. But we do that with technology, and technology can be storytelling. Technology is actually a way of thinking by definition of technology. Technology is also software, but environment health and safety people see the value of that, especially when they're bogged down. The challenge isn't often that they're like, yeah, I see the value, but do you know how big we are and our priorities? So even when they do like us, they in return have to champion this and go all the way up the organization and potentially risk being turned down, looking like someone that has bad suggestions. If I don't do my job to help them feel comfortable, to pack them with the knowledge of how to position their challenges and how we can help. And eventually, I've had some successes. I've had great successes. I've been here for 3 years. I had 220 organizations, but I never had a chance to get myself in the door directly to operations. I've always had safety people come to me, or I went to them and helped us strategize a way to go all the way to the top. But I thought, genuinely, I can make their and my life way easier if I can just go right to the top and have a conversation with those people in a way they understand. And so that's what I did. And I got this book, The Relationship Factor in Safety Leadership. It's really a relationship Bible. It talks to you about the importance of relationships, how relationships actually, and the need for connection is actually more vital than food and shelter, apparently. And I started reading, and there's one line in particular that helped me understand I do not know a lot. You don't know what you don't know. And she said, both operational and safety managers face dashboards, right? As a KPI center that calls for numbers that often don't reflect the reality of the workplace. And I thought, our job is to make people more connected. My job is to make people more connected, have better conversations, and also make them get data that represents how work is done. So then, with that mind shift, I thought, I'm going to start looking at everything the operational people do and find a way safety bleeds into that one thing at a high level. And I also coupled this. This was my own actionable tip. I thought, the Paradigm Human Performance group, they have a bunch of resources about environment, health, and safety and human performance, which is all about enhancing people to help make decisions in your organization, to help see them as problem solvers and leaders and almost mini business owners rather than people you have to control. And sure enough, when I was going through this challenge recently, God, the universe, Mother Nature, whatever, life, they have a series all about how to position operations and safety in a way that they can speak to each other. So I was like, whoa, what are the chances of that? Right? One of my biggest challenges right now in my career, I have this beautiful book and I have this. So, long story short, I got to work. I started coupling different ideas and statements together and positioning different PowerPoints. And within the first email with a thousand employee injection molding company, I had an individual reach back to me immediately and very intrigued. And I thought, this has never happened to me before. I always struggled with this. And then, sure enough, I do a phone call. I talk to a productions manager, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw your email, and not only that, it makes sense." I even reiterated some of the things, and he said, "We have a new EHS manager coming, EHSQ manager coming. I'd love for you to meet him. We can all interface and talk." And this is new to me. And again, Jessica's tips worked for me. And not only that, I coupled it with a PowerPoint, or sorry, a podcast webinar series from this group, the Paradigm Human Performance Group. And I just think it's cool because I do release these videos with these guys and with these people that come on my show or our show, this community show, and I do apply this stuff. I do change the way I behave, and truthfully, I don't apply this stuff every day. I'm not perfect. I don't measure this stuff the right way. So much so I'm gonna admit I'm not using these power tool. I believe I have a strategy for how I can make the power tool more engaging, and writing it down is not it. But I'll tell you this, maybe it's complicating things. Maybe it's just about grabbing a journal and writing down some ideas that you hear from us and applying them like I did. And literally, what I did was I found a book that related to me based on a very specific problem I have. I would find tips from that and important, profound statements and write that down. And then next, I would try and find a way to apply it in my life. And a fourth tip I did to achieve this success that I haven't in 3 years at this company was I found a podcast or webinar that would complement this, or as I could say, it actually found me. So I appreciate you really poured my heart and soul into this because I really had a consciousness shift. I really had a career shift, and I really learned how to harbor better human relationships and trust people so I can enhance the way they live and the way an organization can live, all while enhancing my organization. So beautiful stuff here. Find a book, make sure it relates to what you want to do. You really want to do that's really struggling with you, and let's get to work, guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Ciao.